Hey guys, welcome back. This is going to be vlog number 2. It's kind of exciting. This one's exciting because I'm going to be, I'm going to be actually editing.
Hey, soldier! I need you to get down and give me 20!
Get down and give you 20? I don't understand.
What's the matter? You don't understand English? Get down and give me 20!
Who are you? Well, and what are you doing in my kitchen?
I am your commander!
What?
Get that cotton out of your ears!
I'm not a soldier.
20 push-ups! Now!
Well, I don't understand. What do you want me to do? Why are you...
I need you to get down and give me 20 right now!
Well, I guess I do need some exercise. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 19, oh my God. All right, let's get to some editing. Hey guys, well, welcome back. I should say welcome to my editing suite. I did my 20 push-ups and I still don't know who that dude was in my kitchen. Anyway, be that as it may, we are going to be doing some editing. This is a children's book that I've worked on. If you didn't see the last vlog, to give you a little rundown, basically it's a public domain story I found called The Adventures of Chatterer the Red Squirrel. And it's basically about a squirrel named Chatterer, which kind of makes a lot of sense. And he lives in the green forest, and he basically taunts animals, and he usually just runs away from them, and most of the animals he taunts he can always outrun, and basically is just sort of a brat. He's this taunting rapscallion troublemaking kind of squirrel dude, and he lives in this area where there's lots of animals that he can taunt and get away from. And then there's this one called Shadow the Weasel, and he has basically taunted the wrong dude. He actually has to leave the green forest, and he actually ventures out to basically keep himself safe from Shadow. Fun stuff, very well written. It was written by this Thornton Burgess back in the very early 20s, if I recall correctly. But it's more than however many years for the public domain of written works. I'll give you a little sample of what it sounds like. I'll give you a little sample of part 2, so you can hear what it sounds like, polished, edited, and my music added, which will be the same music I'm going to use throughout the whole book, which is a track I wrote called Sleep Cycles Glacier Sunrise. I tried other tracks with this, and nothing worked as well. Okay, so here it is on Insight Timer, and this is something I've actually posted. It's 23 minutes long. Then there's part 1, which is another 20 or so minutes long. And then this next one's going to be, I think, a little over 30 minutes long. And I'm doing them to where the end kind of doesn't leave you hanging too much. And each one of these is enough of a story within itself, an entity within itself, so as to make it palatable as a complete unit. And for part 3, the one I'm working on now, it's the longest one so far. The only reason I didn't cut it shorter is because there's too many things that leave you hanging, and I wanted it to get to a positive, like spiritually kind of fulfilling resolution before cutting off that part 3, and then of course starting part 4.
Peter Rabbit went straight over to the old stone wall on the edge of the old orchard. Lipperty-lipperty-lip, so fast that it didn't take him long to get there. But Chatterer, the red squirrel, never feels really safe on the ground unless there is something to climb close at hand. So he went a long way round by way of the rail fence. He always did like to run along a rail fence.
All right, I'll fade that out. So you get a little sample of that's like the finished product with the music and so on as well. Now let me show you. This is part of part 3. This to the right is all that I've edited, and it's not totally polished and there's no music, but it's pretty much done. And you'll hear partly because of the British accent and because I wanted to really be as good as I can make it without having a coach coaching me on the British and without having another coach coaching me on the voiceover and whatever. I mean, I've been doing this for a while, although this I don't usually do. So it's a bit of like throwing my hat into the ring and kind of taking a chance. I'm really happy I did put those 2 parts up on Insight Timer because it's gotten me some feedback. People actually have liked it. It's gotten 4.8 rating out of 5 stars, which is very good. 741 plays, and I've had a number of people who've given me feedback, like little comments. All right, so let me play. This is what I've done already.
At each end was a sort of little wire hallway. Chatterer stuck his head in one. Oh, it seemed perfectly safe. He crept a little way in. Oh, it seemed...
Now, it sounds weird with you'll hear like the background noise and it'll all of a sudden be totally silent, and then you'll hear sort of the background, the room noise. Well, the music will cover that all up.
Oh, it seemed perfectly safe. He crept a little way in and then backed out in a hurry.
Now, I can process some of that room noise out. By the way, with gating, something called gating, I can take out a lot of the, like that. There's a car going by. Now you can hear a car going by. When I'll go through and take some of these loud parts down, and then I'll get this more even, and then we'll crank it all the way up, and then I'll do a noise gate, and then I'll do a little compression, which kind of takes the lows and brings them up, and takes the highs and kind of brings them down, evens out the volume a bit, and there's massaging the audio to make it sound better. And then you add music, and then it's a totally different ballgame.
Was a sort of little wire hallway. Chatterer stuck...
See how clean that is now?
Chatterer stuck his head in one.
I think I'll record that to say stuck. It sounds like I'm saying stock his head. So now I took the gate off. You'll hear the in-betweens.
Little wire hallway. Chatterer stuck his head in one. Oh, it's...
You hear the... which you didn't hear when you gated it. So that you get the idea.
Stay away, said a small voice.
Oh, by the way, here's Chatterer.
Better stay away. Better stay away. Better stay away.
I was going to wait to see which one sounded better later. Listen.
Still, nothing happened. Better stay away. Better stay...
Anytime Chatterer talks, by the way, it will be like this.
Better stay away.
Yeah.
Still, nothing happened.
Better stay away,
said a small voice.
Every time I finish editing, I give myself a nice big, so I can find it very easily. And this keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That's a lot of editing. That's hours, maybe 10 hours. I figured it out to be about 10 minutes for every minute. Will take me, this 1 minute of audio will take me about 10 minutes to edit. And we'll do a little bit of that together. All right, so let's show a little editing. So I'll show you how. It's pretty messy. You'll hear like me. It'll be so messy here, and you'll see what I'm turning it into here.
He jumped down. He jumped down to the floor. He could get out again. He could get out again. Of course, he could get out again. He could get out again.
That's not bad.
He could get out again.
I think I like this one better. I don't know how it works in context, so the next thing I need to do is find out.
If he could get in,
Ah,
of course, he could get out again.
but here's a situation where he's about to get into a trap where he can't get out. So it looks like, well, he'll be able to just go in, get this food, and then walk out again, right?
If he could get in.
See, I was doing the English American version of get, and then the British would be more get. I think that's just more correct, for American English too. But when you're doing British, you start to really think about what's correct.
If he could get in. If he could get in.
Now, there's a tough one here because the way I say it is kind of...
If he could.
This could. There's a little bit of acting or personality, that's the word I'm looking for, that this doesn't have. This is a tough decision, and both would work.
If he could get in. If he could get in. If he could get in.
That was really...
If he could get in. If he could. Hello, cheers.
Now you see all that I go through for this.
If he could get...
Look how much time I spent.
If he could. If he...
On just the one... And it's also a really important point in the story. If there's something that's more important, it's like we're talking... This is a big... It's a little bit of a spoiler alert. I mean, it's, him getting into this trap. But I'm not going to tell you any more on that. And it's a very well-written story. And there's, as I say, there's lessons and like spiritual kind of enlightenment things and little, like, not real new agey, but really good moral stuff. It's like one big, long, continuous lesson. So hopefully that'll come through.
There must be some way of getting in, and if he could...
Getting in.
Getting in, and if he could get in, and if he could get in...
Right, all that time I took, almost half a minute of over and over and over again, just for a few words. If I say so myself, the result is going to be pretty good. And the reason I'm laughing is I'm thinking of Brits watching this going, it's a shite.
Of course, he could get out again. He could get out again. He jumped down.
I like that better.
He could get out again.
I like the last part of that.
He could get out again.
No, I have to
Get
decide.
out. Get out again.
I could do this, but that's going to make it really long.
Of course, he could get out again.
I don't mind that. It sounds a little... There's like something that's just not quite smooth and sounding artificial. Sometimes you don't know. I don't know until I sort of start editing around, and then it falls into place. I go, okay. So I usually make better progress.
At each?
I usually don't take that long for that. Part of it was because I'm doing it for the vlog. I mean, we ended up with all that time I took, I only ended up with 34 seconds of audio. But if it ends up a lot of kids listen to this and get a moral compass going these days, that's part of the reason I love this, is it really gives kids, doesn't hit them over the head with it, but it gives them the idea that, what you reap, you sow, karma, things like that. Without getting real new agey, there's just tons of lessons. You can already kind of tell just from what the editing we did here, just a little bit. Thank you for watching this very long vlog. All right, later. Cheers. Stay tuned for vlog number 3. Maybe we'll do the one on gravity, or maybe I'll just do one where I'm mowing my backyard really fast, like time lapse. All right, later.